Isang masayang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayun din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9:00 ng umaga hanggang 7:00 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Tutor Madge, for that great introduction of us, Tutor Rodman and Tutor T, right here on DepEd ETUlay online. We're live throughout the Philippines on Facebook and on YouTube. And once again, I'm Tutor T from DepEd Cavite Province.
And I am Tutor Rodman from SDO Bataan.
How are
Yes,
you,
another Friday, another learning. Yeah,
It's been great. Ever since we started this program, we enjoyed being together and at the same time being with our students online, right? To the Rodman. And we are on week 7 of our quarter 2.
Correct.
And our topic today is a topic that majority of us would look forward to, right? Because you know what, this would help us to have our forever. Tama ba?
Yeah, correct.
Yung mga bata natin, yung mga grade 10 students natin, basta forever, ganado yan. So, nakakatulong to sa inyo para magkaroon kayo ng forever.
Yes, I believe in forever. I believe in forever. Yeah, napakanta pa, no?
Actually, I'm waiting for our students to comment on our comment section below. We are here. We're going to read your comments and we're going to give you a shout out. Just make sure to mention your name and where you're from, what school you're from. If you're a teacher watching this ETUlay tutorial, please let us know so that we will be able to address you correctly. All right.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, our lesson for today, no, quarter 2, week 7, is about listening skills. Yeah, napaka-importante niyan.
Forever, di ba?
And for our objective, so use active listening techniques to enhance the transmission of messages toward developing message reception.
Mhm. So this is as important as knowing how to speak. But I guess this is much more important because you're not gonna learn how to speak properly and or to communicate properly with the spoken language without the
Yeah.
ability to listen, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Mhm.
It is very important, no, to learn how to listen. And for our review, no, before we proceed to our lesson for today about listening skills, so let's talk about this one, conditional sentence.
Uh-huh. So
Yeah.
actually, that was our topic last week, and I hope
Mhm.
you guys were able to learn something out from our discussion last time. But it so happened that you kind of still confused about this topic, we're going to have a bit of review. And at this point, we're hoping that we're going to be able to give you the gist, the most important things, so that you'll be able to remember this topic. And I think we are the our tourists are silent on the comment section. I don't
Mhm.
have
Yeah.
right in our
Mhm.
or on our comment section below. Wala pa akong nababasa. Kaya
Yeah.
kung meron yung comment lang and then share this session sa inyong
Mhm.
mga Facebook page, 'di ba?
Actually, our previous lessons ay medyo mahirap talaga. It's more on about grammar, right?
Mhm.
And I know most of our students are not really interested kapag grammar na. But actually, grammar is really important sa atin as student, no?
Mhm.
As a student, as a worker, napaka-importante niyan. Yeah, so in our review, what is a conditional sentence? So last meeting nga, din-discuss natin to. Sabi, a conditional sentence tells the conditions. Diba? Sa buhay naman natin, we're always giving condition, eh, no? Parang,
Mhm.
sige, mamahalin kita kung or
Kung
if, diba? Kung marami kang pera. No, I'm just joking. Ayan. So in which something happens. Sabi niya, it shows a possible cause and effect. Na kapag merong sanhi, dapat may bunga din. Cause and effect situation in the form of an if. Yan nga, doon nga sa nag-start, no? Sa if, then statement. So in fact daw, every conditional sentence has a clause beginning with if.
ayan.
Yan.
Yan. Lagi tayong may what if, 'di ba?
Yeah.
And sa lahat ng actually in our daily conversation or daily situation and
Mhm.
transactions we experience setting up condition, 'di ba? Even in the morning, no?
Mhm.
Right at the moment that we wake up, we set a condition to ourselves. Let's say, for
Yeah.
example, if I wake up early, I will pray right away, or I will run for
Mhm.
for for 30 minutes, 'di ba? Nagbibigay tayo ng condition araw-araw, 'di ba? At tama si Tutor Rodman, no? Importante kahit mahirap pag-aralan ng grammar, importante siya para sa atin. Para
Correct.
magkaroon tayo ng magandang trabaho in the future, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So, pag-usapan natin, no, there are four types of conditionals and last time we talked about this, so we're just gonna run through this. So the
Mhm.
first one is the zero conditional,
Zero.
and Drew Rodman, could you give us a bit of this
Yeah.
explanation about this?
So it's stated in here. So we can make a zero conditional daw sentence with two present simple verbs. So dalawa daw siya, no? Two present simple verbs, one
Mm-hmm.
in the if clause and one in the main clause.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Ayan.
do not forget na ito yung pattern niya. If plus present simple plus present simple. So we
Yeah.
have two examples. If Billy speaks is the present simple, too much, he gets sore throat.
Mm-hmm.
And number two example, if you touch a fire, you get burned.
Ayan. So if you touch fire, you get burned, 'di ba?
Mhm.
So what I observe about this zero conditional is that this is very important, Churis. You have to remember this. You use zero conditional when you're talking about the condition where it's 100% it's going to
Yeah.
happen. Okay, it's let's say
Mhm.
it's a fact, it's a law, like science, 'di ba? Like for example, batas 'yan, 'di ba? Hindi natin pwedeng baliin. No one
Baguhin.
can touch a fire or no one can touch fire without getting burned, 'di ba?
Yes.
Batas na 'yan ng science, no? Hindi na natin 'yan pwedeng baguhin. So, we use the zero conditional when we talk about facts or habit, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Parang
Always
present
true.
simple din yung rules, 'di ba? So, yun lang yung tatandaan natin. Basta yung isang bagay, yung condition na sinet natin ay mangyayari at mangyayari talaga or talagang ganun na mangyayari, zero conditional yan. At gagawin natin yan sa paggamit ng present simple tense, yung pinaka-basic na tense, 'di ba? Present simple tense sa if clause at present simple tense din sa main clause. Okay? Yun lang yung tatandaan natin. Present simple tense sa if clause and present simple tense sa main
Main
clause.
clause. Yeah, next we have the first conditional. Ito naman, the first conditional has the present simple after if, then the future simple in the other clause. Ayan, same now, meron tayong pattern dyan. So we have the pattern if plus present simple, then will plus infinitive. Ito, parang meron na siyang condition, right? Meron ng possibility na hindi magkatotoo. Yung kanina, 100% true, di ba? 100% true, mangyayari talaga siya. But in here, the first conditional, pero may possibility na hindi ito mangyari.
Yeah. Parang 99.9% gagawin mo yung sinabi mo if you use the word will, no? Pero sa English conversation kasi kapag sinabi mo ng I will do that. So that means yung probability that you're going to do this is really really high because you use the word will. Ibig sabihin you choose to do that at that particular time. So, this situation, tama yung observation tutor Rodman, no? Kung kanina 100% mangyayari yung if clause mo, yung condition mo, this time naman, there is still a thin likelihood na pwedeng hindi mo siya gawin. Like for example, dito, if it rains, I won't go to the party. But what if somebody pick you up? Baka sinasabi niya yun dahil wala siyang sasakyan and it's really hard for him to travel or to commute to the party without somebody to pick him up. But if there is somebody to pick him up, he's gonna go to the party, di ba? So merong chances of changing, di ba?
Yeah.
Situation.
Dito gumamit tayo ng would go. Pero sabi nga natin will, di ba? Will not, pwede rin siya. Will not go to the party. And another example, if I have enough money, sabi niya, I will donate to the victims of typhoon. Yan. So if I have enough money, I will or I'll donate to the victims of typhoon. Ayan, so that is what we call the first conditional. Okay, review lang ito. So last meeting, diniscussion natin ito. So I know and I believe that marami kayo natutunan last week about conditionals. Okay, next. Yeah, so we have second conditional. Don't forget to get zero, then first, then second conditional. So the second conditional uses the past simple. Simple lang dito, no? The past simple after if, then would, and the infinitive. Para mas madali, we have this pattern. We have if plus past simple, then would. Pinalitan natin yung will kanina, so dahil past tense na siya. So would plus infinitive.
Alright. So pag sinabi nating infinitive, yan yung base form of the verb. Okay? Tatandaan natin would plus infinitive. So sobrang maraming nakukonfuse dito, no? Kasi kapag gumamit tayong if tapos past tense, 'di ba? Yung second conditional kasi gaya nga ng pagkakasabi ni Tutor Rodman, ginagamit natin tong second conditional about doon sa mga bagay na unlikely to happen, no? Parang wish mo, 'di ba? Like for example, dito kung mapopromote ako, bibili ako ng bagong bahay. Pero I know for a fact that I won't get promoted just because I let's say for example, I don't pursue master's degree. So what is the reason, or there's no reason for me to get promoted? So, but if I'm taking a master's degree right now, the statement should be
maybe
like,
will.
Okay.
The first conditional.
Mhm. If I get promoted, 'di ba? At hindi ganito yung aking statement, dapat ang gagamitin ko ay yung first conditional, 'di ba?
Mhm. Yeah, same with, no? Same with example number 2. If I had his number, I would call him.
Mhm.
Yeah, so unfortunately, sabi nga, baka I don't have his number now, so it's impossible for me to call him. Diba?
Mhm.
Posible talaga yun na matawagan mo siya, eh wala ka naman talagang number niya. So
Oo.
that's impossible.
'Di ba? So makikita natin, no, nababawasan yung likelihood of happening, no, habang tumataas tayo sa conditional. Pero hanggang dito lang yan sa second conditional. Sa third conditional kasi iba na yung rule, no? Bakit natin
Yeah.
'to gagamitin?
Yeah, so we make the third conditional by using the past perfect after if, and then would have, and the past participle in the second part of the sentence.
Mhm.
So same, no? Para mas mapadali, kaya nga we have this pattern. So if plus past perfect, would plus have plus past participle. Ayun lang
Mhm.
naman ang tatandaan, no? Yung mga pattern na yan para
Oo.
malaman nila, nasa third conditional na pala ako.
Mhm. So yung kaibahan nun nung first, second, nung zero, first and second conditional, no, yun ay present, no, yung pinag-uusapan, tsaka future, 'di ba? Present
Mhm.
right now and in the future. So forward thinking siya. Dito sa
Mhm.
third conditional is that we talk about past experience or past situation or
Ayan.
past things that we did that we that and the result was actually we want to change the result of the past things that we did. For example, dito, 'di ba? If we had studied, if he had studied, he would have passed the exam. So sa Tagalog ito, kung nag-aral lamang siya, siya ay
Mhm.
makakapasa ng exam, no? Mas madali sa Tagalog kasi medyo komplikado nga yung English, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Pero sobrang useful nito kasi lahat tayo meron tayong regrets, 'di ba? Meron tayong mga
Mhm.
gustong baguhin sa ating nakaraan. So magandang gamitin ito, no? And then kung mababago lang natin yung isang bagay sa nakaraan natin, mababago sana yung today natin, 'di ba? Parang ganun yung ibig
Yes.
sabihin nating ibig sabihin ng ganitong statement, no? If I
Mhm.
had um if I had saved enough money, I would have provided you with nice things in the world. 'Di ba kapag nagpa-promise tayo sa ating forever, 'di ba? Problema hindi ka pala nag-ipon, 'di ba?
Nadinig
Kaya
ko na
ang
naman yan.
statement
Nadinig ko na may
every day
forever na
yan,
yan.
'di ba? If I would have no, sorry. If I had saved enough money or a lot of money in the past, I would have uh, bought you the nicest things in the world, 'di ba?
But actually, ano, no? I
Sinala-
know naman, no? Sample lang yan ni Tutor T. But in real life, of course, nakapag-save naman po siya.
You know, if
Save
I
a lot.
hadn't eaten so much, I wouldn't have felt sick. So that
Yes.
means you've eaten so much. So marami kang kinain. Kaya ngayon, masama yung pakiramdam mo. O nasusuka ka.
Nasobrahan
O
siya.
tinatawag ka ng bad
Nature.
word. Ba? Alright. So yun, third conditional is all about the past experience that you would like to change, pero hindi mo
Mhm.
na may babalik, yun na yun eh. You're just
Yeah.
stating this thing after the fact, di ba?
Yeah, actually, we sa akin palagay, no, in my opinion, so we are using all these statements, no, these sentences, but actually, hindi lang tayo masyadong familiar na, nasa zero conditional pala ako.
Mm.
First pala yon, second or third. But this time, of course, nalaman na natin na, yun pala yung conditionals.
Mhm.
No?
Ayan. Kaya hindi palaging pag gagamit tayo ng conditional, laging will yung gagamitin natin. Like for
Yeah.
example, di ba? Alam na natin na kapag fact, hindi na will yung sasabihin
Mhm.
natin. Let's say, ano ba yung mga fact? Um, Bigyan nga tayo ng fact to Rodman. Wala akong maisip na fact right now.
Fact. Example, yung ano, how many days do we have, or maybe yung 7 days a week.
Uh-huh.
Action, di ba? Hindi, kahit na gusto mong dagdagan, hindi pwede.
Diba? Alright?
Okay,
Ayan.
so let's check your listening skills. Ito, no, sabi natin kanina, listening is very important. Actually, naalala ko no sa ating discussion last time, yung listening is part of the version test, di
Mhm.
ba? O
Tama?
kaya importante ito no na ma-develop natin yung ating listening skills.
Ayan.
Tapos isa pa sa mga na-discuss natin, sabi, hearing is different from listening. Tama?
Tama, diba? Hearing is different from listening.
Yan, ang dami ko nang natutunan in our sessions, no? Sana ganun din yung ating mga duties.
Ayan. So mag-run through tayo dito, Tutor Rodman, and since we don't have our tuties commenting on our section or comment section below,
Sige po.
there's only one right here. I think it's my better half, my wife.
Yeah, you're forever.
She says, "Good day, tutors. Good day, tutor."
Yeah,
Tess."
good day.
As if she's not
Tutor Tess.
beside me right now. She's beside me right now. All right.
Mhm.
Ayan.
You're forever.
So, yung question dito, Tutor Rodman, no? Ito sagutin natin, no? I'm constantly aware that people and circumstances change over time. Okay? Naniniwala ka ba din, Tutor Rodman?
Aha, yes, I
Tao
agree.
at ang
Kasi nga meron nga tayo yun, we have the maxim of there's nothing permanent except change. Naalala ko na naman yun, no? Parang nasabi ko na yun before in our discussion. Diba? There's nothing
Number-
permanent in this world except change.
Mhm. Okay, I pay attention to the important things going on around me. Ayan, hindi ka ba yung parang somebody who's always in a limbo, 'di ba? Are you the kind of person who's always in a limbo, who is unaware of his surroundings? Ikaw ba 'yan? Okay? So malalaman natin if we're a good listener if we are not just only listening to the sounds around us, but also we're listening the our environment, what's going on around us. You are listening deep within you, di ba? Yourself, your inner self is heard by you, di ba? Naririnig mo ba yung sarili mo, di ba?
At importante yun. And number two, no, I pay attention to the important things now going on around me. Katulad ng sinabi mo kanina, no? Kailangan we are aware talaga what is happening in our environment, no, sa ating paligid. Hindi pwedeng sasabihin mo, sorry, hindi ko alam, wala akong kaalam-alam. No? Sabi nga, sa batas, walang excuse. Hindi pwedeng sabihin, nako, hindi ko po alam. So, dapat alamin mo. So,
Ayan.
pay attention.
Sino dito yung madalas tulala? Okay, tataas ang kamay. Madalas tulala. Okay, comment nga sa comment section yung madalas tulala. Okay? Mga tulaleng, di ba? Yung parang minsan nakakalimutan mo yung paligid mo, you forget to listen. But sometimes tulala ka because you're listening your deep self, okay? May internal conversation going on in your head. And that's some sort of listening practice as well. Makinig ka rin sa sarili mo from time to time. So it's okay lang maging tulaleng, pero not all the time. Okay, so answer the following statement with yes or no. Yan, tula J daw because my wife yun yung sa akin, tula J. Tula. Alright? So answer the following statements with yes or no again. Number 4, I provide clear and direct feedback to others. So kapag ka nagbibigay ka ba ng feedback, direct and clear, naunawaan ba nila yung feedback mo? Okay?
Yeah, kasi once you are listening talaga, alam mo kung anong sasagot mo, no? Pero once you're not listening, bigla ka na nasasagot, matutulala yung kausap mo, ano daw? Something like that.
And sometimes it's really hard to give feedback, no? Kapag you're too amazed, and sometimes if you are not amazed at all. So kapag ka nasa gitna lang yung hihingin sa'yo na feedback, madali, no? Pero kapag ka na doon ka sa extent, nahihingi sila ng feedback doon sa extreme sides of both end, mahirap magbigay ng feedback.
Correct.
Para makapagbigay ka ng feedback, you have to really listen and to follow yung nangyayari sa paligid mo. Doon sa sinasabi ng isang tao, we're talking about a conversation right here, di ba?
Yeah.
We're talking about conversation actually. Number 5.
I ask relevant questions and restate my perceptions to make sure I have understood the speaker correctly. At napaka-importante niyan, that is very important, no? Para for you to know talaga na ayun ang gusto niyang sabihin, hindi naman masama, no? It's not bad to ask or to raise questions. Lalo na for instance, you are working in a call center, di ba? Kapag nasa call center ka na, kaya nga inuulit natin eh. Halimbawa, meron siyang sinabi, yung customer, okay, so this is my order, ganun. Tapos, after nung ano, i-repeat mo siya.
Mhm.
Diba?
Parang
Yung mga
parang
sinabi.
parang parang sa conversation natin, Tutor Rodman, no? Let's say
Mhm.
I or you have ordered a, let's say, an application, no? So wag tayo magsabi ng brand, baka makuha tayo. So let's say for instance, you ordered an application and you want specific specifications. I mean,
Yeah.
doon sa in-order mo. And for your customer to know that you got the order correctly, you gotta repeat yung
Mhm.
sinabi niya, no? So ang key dyan, no, dapat undistracted ka. So while you're doing the listening portion, when your customer is speaking, make sure you
Mhm.
have an undivided attention. Take down a little notes, no? Pag sinabing notes, wag mo na maisusulat yung lahat ng sinasabi ni customer mo.
Pati yung blah, blah, blah,
Little
blah.
notes lang, yung mga keywords, 'di ba?
Yeah,
Keywords that
that's
would help you remember. And then ito yung gagawin mo after na magsalita, you've gotta repeat yung
Mhm.
sinabi niya, not word by word, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Not what tawag dito, not verbatim, but
Mhm. Hindi
rather
lahat.
paraphrase and you ask if you got it right, 'di ba?
Mhm. And number 6, I do not let my emotions interfere with my listening or decision making.
Mhm.
Yan.
Ito yung sinasabi ng mga matatanda, no, kapag ka galit ka daw, huwag kang magde-decide. Okay? Kasi nga yung emotion mo ay makakaapekto doon sa decision mo.
Correct.
So same thing, no, when your emotion is high, um the best thing to do actually is to actually calm yourself down before you engage in a conversation, because if your
Mhm.
emotion is that high, the conversation's not going to yield something that would benefit the both of you, no, ikaw at yung kausap mo. So
Correct.
dapat kapag makikinig ka, make sure you pull yourself together, you take control of your emotion, okay? Dapat okay ka na kapag ka makikinig at makikipag-usap ko. But sa trabaho kasi na walang tawag dito, yung regular, you have to work every day, 8 hours a day, and sometimes you cannot predict what's going to happen that day, and sometimes there are things that happen that will affect your emotion. Let's say mawala ka sa mood, let's say magagalit ka, let's say uh,
Mhm.
may nangyari sa family members mo, malulungkot ka, and your emotion actually will interfere doon sa conversation. Kasi merong
Yeah.
internal noise, 'di ba? So dito na papasok yung professionalism mo, yung
Correct.
control mo talaga sa sarili mo. Medyo mahirap siya, personally mahirap, para sa akin mahirap siya i-apply
Mhm.
kasi ang hirap paghiwalayin nung nararamdaman mo, yung concern mo sa sarili mo doon sa concern ng customer mo. Pero
Correct.
lagi nating iisipin 'pag humarap ka sa customer mo or kapag nando'n ka na sa may kausap ka sa telepono, hindi na
Dapat
'yan
be
about sa'yo.
professional.
Oo, hindi na 'yan
Diba?
about sa'yo, it's about the customer na.
Correct.
Okay, kahit bad trip ka, kahit
Mhm.
sigaw-sigawan ka niya, dapat hindi niya mararamdaman na bad trip ka, 'di ba?
Correct. Parang ano sa teaching, 'di ba, 'pag nagtuturo tayo, sabi nga, "Wag mo daw dadalhin yung problema mo sa school." Something
Mhm.
like that, right? Kasi once na dinala mo, ang mabubuntunan mo ng galit or ng inis mo, your students, 'di
Ayan,
ba?
comment
Kaya
nga diyan
or
yung ating mga cuties
okay.
kung napagbuntunan na ba kayo ng teachers niyo. Wag naman sana, 'di ba? Wag naman sana. Ayan. Pero dapat understand pa rin natin our teachers sometimes, especially if you guys are being naughty inside the classroom, boisterous, magulo kayo, alam makalat. Sometimes it's really frustrating to your teacher, 'di ba? Kapag ka ganun kayo. So make sure we will always hold up our best selves kapag ka nasa
Yeah.
school tayo, 'di ba? Mga cuties, iwasan natin baka si teacher hindi na makapag-hold ng emotion, maraming problema, maraming pressure din. Di ba?
Oo. Pero dapat of course, as teacher, tayo yung maging model ng mga students natin, no? Dapat kaya pa rin natin i-control yung ating emotion.
Mhm.
Yan, ganun sa trabaho, So dapat be professional.
Walang excuse sa trabaho,
No,
no?
yeah, walang excuse.
Walang excuse sa trabaho. Huwag mo sasabihin, kasi ganito sa bahay. Sasabihin sa'yo, dapat di ka na lang pumasok.
Yeah,
Number
correct.
7, I
Ano nga
distinguish
natin si,
between...
ano?
Hmm?
Yeah, let us ask our Chuti, si You're Forever, na magano na magsagot ng yes or no.
Okay, so wait to the Rodman. Once A3, I think kapag nag-2:15 na, mag-start na sila ng klase,
Oh,
madidistract.
yeah.
Let's just
Oo
continue and
nga.
make sure we are able to cover our discussion for today. So number 7, I
Yeah.
distinguish between main ideas and supporting evidence when I listen. Ayan,
Yeah.
ito naman pang number 7. Magagawa nyo lang ito, dear cuties, kapag kaya mong i-separate yung mga sub-issues doon sa main issues. Kasi sa
Mhm.
call center, kapag nagtatrabaho ka dyan, sometimes yung customer natin, they talk about something, but that's not
Yeah.
really the issue. You have to really
Mhm.
dig deeper or to think, ano ba talaga yung main issue niya? Para
Yeah.
kapag may ginawa kang action, um,
Swak doon sa problema niya.
ma-solve talaga yung issue niya. Hindi laging yung sinasabi niya, ayun yung nilalaman ng isip niya. Di ba?
Correct.
Parang sa forever lang. Hindi yung sinasabi niya, yun yung laman lagi ng isip niya. Pwedeng iba. Okay? Iba
Parang
yung
parang sa
sinasabi sa
forever.
nararamdaman. Ha?
Sometimes they are not speaking talaga Yung mga forever natin, ang ano yun natin, ano ba talaga ang issue nito? Sometimes nga hindi sila nagsasalita. So
Oh.
dapat aware tayo dun sa kanilang sa kanilang action, gesture, etc.
Minsan nagagalit kasi makalat ka. Yung pala hindi yung kalat ang kinakainis. Alam mo kung ano yung kinakainis, Chuto Rodman?
Ano po yan?
Kasi hindi mo na siya kinakausap.
Yeah. Sobrang busy,
Oo. Ang kinainisan yung kalat, pero hindi pala yung issue. Issue pala is, hindi mo na
Kaya
siya
alam mo talaga ano yung issue,
Ayan, naging loud.
Hindi yung kalat.
Ano tawag dito? Iba na yung topic natin. Well, actually, related naman siya. So, sana makarelate kayo na dapat na-distinguish nyo yung main issue, yung main ideas.
Yeah, main ideas, so those are the main
sub-issues.
problem. Ano ba yung problema talaga? So alamin natin. Kasi sa call center nga, so they are keeping on speaking, pati yung mga personal issues nila sinasabi na. But actually, ang gusto lang nilang malaman, gusto lang nilang sabihin, kailangan yung refund ko or maybe yung bill ko, something like that. Mali.
So
And
sometimes...
number 8.
Okay.
Number
Number 8,
8,
I overcome distractions such as the conversation of others, background noises, telephones when someone is speaking.
Ayan. Diba? Ito concentration to ang kailangan talaga, diba? So you are focused, concentration. Kasi kapag, for instance, you are working already in a call center, talagang maraming ingay, iba-ibang ingay
Yeah.
So ang focus mo lang dapat yung customer mo, yung trabaho mo. Do not mind them. Kapag sobrang ingay na, pwede mo naman silang i-approach. Diba? Katulad ng sabi natin.
Actually, it's inevitable, no? Once you are in a call center setup, agents are actually close to each other. Like there's just this like it's about as high as your head kapag ka nakaupo ka na division, 'di ba? Between you and the other agent, and sometimes that wouldn't really separate their noise against yours, 'di ba? Pero sa customer mo, hindi naman nila naririnig 'yun. Ikaw lang naririnig nila because may noise cancellation yung microphone mo. So hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, ay hindi ko po kayo narinig kasi maingay dito, because hindi nila 'yan magigets, 'di ba? Kasi wala silang naririnig na ingay, wala silang naririnig na voice kundi your voice, 'di ba? So eto kailangan ng matindi-tinding concentration like what you wrote, no? Na ma-overcome natin yung distraction when we are in a conversation.
And number 9, I am sensitive to the speaker's tone in communication situations. Yan. Ano ba yung tono niya? Galit ba siya? Or, di ba? Kasi sa call center, we have what we call the irate customers, di ba? Yung mga magagalitin, something like that. Ano may kinagagalit niya? Diba? So, dapat sensitive ka doon. Maybe hindi na pala siya nakikipagbiro. So, biro ka pa rin ng biro, something like that.
Mhm.
So, dapat you are sensitive.
Okay. Number 10, I listen to and accurately remember what is said, even when I
Mhm.
strongly disagree with the speaker's viewpoint. Ayan. So let's all remember, no, in every conversation, it's okay to agree to disagree. Parang okay
Yeah,
lang na magkaiba kayo ng viewpoint for as much as you hear each other out, 'di ba? Pakinggan nyo yung bawat isa. Okay?
correct.
So, ayun, kapag ka nakikinig ka kasi you'll be able to retain more from the conversation, right?
Correct. And yeah. So let us now listen now. Why do I need to listen? These are the reasons why we are listening, right?
Mhm.
Number one, to obtain information. Siyempre, once you are a great listener, marami kang matututunan, marami kang malalaman, right? So
Mhm.
yan, to obtain information. And number two, to understand. Number three, to entertain. And number four, to learn.
Mhm. Ayan. So, iklaro natin no, ha, to be entertained yung number 3. Okay? Para
Yeah.
matuto. Ayan. Sige, sa yun yung mga reasons why we listen. Okay? So, let us now listen. So, these are the practices that you have to develop or the skills rather that you have
Yeah.
to develop for you to be able to listen well in a
Mhm.
conversation. So, there are 5 key active listening techniques you can use to help you become a more effective listener. So, number 1, pay attention.
Pay
Give the speaker
attention.
your undivided attention and acknowledge the message. Recognize that nonverbal communication also speaks loudly.
Yeah. So ito no, pay attention. Siyempre, once you are talking o nakipag-usap ka, so dapat talaga importante yung mag-pay ka ng attention. Pag may
Mhm,
nagsasalita, look at the speaker directly. Di ba?
mhm,
So look at the speaker directly. Tignan mo siya sa mata. Ayan, kung kaya mo tignan. Basta, or sa mukha niya. Di ba? And aside from that, put aside distracting thoughts. Kasi sometimes we are thinking, no, ano ba yung possible na isasagot ko? Ano ba yung dapat kong isagot? Right?
mhm.
So kakaisip mo doon kung ano gusto mong isagot, nawawala ka na doon sa attention.
Ayan. So I'm thankful, no, to Rodman, because you pointed that out that when we are in a conversation, let's make sure that we are not thinking about what
Mm-mm.
are we going to respond, 'di ba?
Yeah,
Doon sa kausap natin. Dapat basta makinig lang tayo. Don't think about
mm-mm.
what to respond, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Sa kausap natin. Yan, good
Tsaka
day.
yung
Good.
kanina, yung number 10 kanina, yung sabi no, yung ano, even you are disagree to the speaker, kailangan pa rin matuto tayong makinig, di ba? Pay attention. So, sabi, don't mentally prepare a rebuttal, di ba?
Mhm. Oo.
Inisip mo kasi, kokontrahin ko to, something like that.
Sabihin, alright?
Yan
So,
gagawin mo, hindi ka naman
Jun
makikinig.
Ruth Mangiat, no? Where are you from, Ruth Mangiat? And let me know if you're a teacher or you're a student so that I'll be
Hindi
able
ba si
to.
Ruth yan? Si Ma'am Ruth? Si Tutor
Si
Ruth?
tutor, that was tutor Ruth. I'm sorry about that.
Good PM po. Yeah, Tutor
Yes,
Ruth.
Ruth. I'm sorry about that.
Di ba
Okay.
ang saya? Yung mga tutis natin, mga tutor din, right? Mm.
So, number 2 skill that you gotta develop for you to be able to listen well. Show
Yeah.
that you're listening. Use your body language and gestures to show that you are engaged, no?
Engage.
So, wag kang hihikab, no? Parang ito, kapag humihikab-hikab siya, ito. Pag humihikab-hikab ka kasi, no, during, sometimes, no, it doesn't mean that you are bored. Actually, sometimes you're just really
Mm-mm.
sleepy. Let's say you slept late last night, so it's
Yeah.
inevitable. No, you cannot avoid yawning, 'di ba? Pero sa pag nakikipag-usap tayo, mag-excuse tayo pag magyo-yawn
Yeah,
tayo para hindi naman nila maramdaman that they are boring, 'di ba?
correct. Para kasing you're not interested talaga pagka gano'n,
Mhm.
ano.
Mm. Okay,
Pero
sa
pwede
call
nga naman, yeah,
should natin may papakita naman ito that we are actively listening sa call center setting.
yeah. So, boring, listen. Para makita natin na we are interested, no, yung ano, na nakikinig tayo talaga. So, pwede tayong tumango-tango, di ba? So, tulad ng ginagawa ko habang si Sir si Tutor T ay nagpapaliwanag, no?
Kaso
Ayan,
hindi
ayan.
nakikita ni customer na tumatango tayo, no?
Mhm. But actually, kahit nasa call center, di ba, dapat yung gesture pa rin, tuloy-tuloy. And
Kailangan
yun,
pag tumatango kami, ganun.
yeah. Tapos yung smile mo talaga, no? Even di tayo nakikita, dapat naka-smile pa rin tayo.
Okay. Next. Provide feedback. No, our personal filters, assumptions, judgments, and beliefs can distort what we hear. As a listener, your role is to understand what is being said. This may require you to reflect on what is being said and to ask questions.
Questions.
Ayan. So makikita natin no kapag ka maganda yung feedback mo. So kapag ka nag-respond ka kasi and nakita na yung response mo is actually you're hitting the head of the nail kapag
Yeah.
nag-respond ka kasi nga nakinig ka. Pero kapag hindi ka nakinig, hindi nyo ma-attain itong ganito no sa conversation na both of you are rejoicing together over your conversation.
Pwede ka namang magtanong, no? Pwede magtanong. Ask questions to clarify certain points.
Ayan.
Yeah.
So, dapat may feedback ha. Hindi pwedeng tango lang ng tango. Dapat mag-feedback din.
Pwede rin kung nilikilig.
Oo.
Joke lang.
Okay, next, defer judgment. Joe Rodman.
Yeah, interrupting is a waste of time. It frustrates the speaker and limits full understanding of the message.
Ayan. So,
Yan.
comment nyo
Yung
nga
ating
sa
mga
experience na yan.
Oo. Sa mga call center nga, di ba? So, kahit mahaba na yung sinasabi ng ating client, hindi mo siya pwedeng interrupt.
Oo. Na as if alam mo na yung sasabihin niya. Kasi
Yeah.
you're already judged, no? There are just several words coming out of her mouth pero you already think that you know what's the problem. Now that might be possible for those who are really tenured in a call center setup and they really know the ins and outs of their job. Kaya minsan ganun. Pero as much as possible, don't interrupt the customer
Yes.
even you know already where the conversation or where the conversation is going to go.
Yeah. Yeah, just allow the speaker to finish each point before asking questions. Bago ka magtanong, ayan mo muna siyang matapos. Don't interrupt with counter argument, 'di ba? Kahit ayaw mo nang madinig yung sinasabi niya, but still ayan mo lang siya. No. Yeah, so defer judgment.
Okay.
And number 5,
Sure, Rodman, you can continue on. No, I'll stay on the screen, and
Yeah.
Tutor Teresa and Tutor Mian in their subject front office services are going to start
Okay.
in a few seconds. So
Sige
that
po.
means there's going to be a background noise, no, in my end. Kaya I'm hoping that you would be able to continue on the discussion, Tutor Rodman.
Sige po. Okay, in number 5, response appropriately. Okay, active listening is designed to encourage respect and understanding. So you are gaining information and perspective. You add nothing by attacking the speaker or otherwise putting her or his down. Yan. So that is number 5. Response.
Tatandaan natin, no, wala naman tayong nakukuha kapag kinukontra natin yung kapwa natin. So,
Correct.
palaging magbi-build ng relationship and trust when we respond. So make sure that the end goal of the conversation that you're having is improve relationship.
Yeah, so be honest in your response. Be candid, open, and honest in your response. Diba? Assert your opinions respectfully. Do not forget, kailangan may paggalang pa rin yung ating response, right? So treat the other person in a way that you think they would want to be treated. Lalo na yung mga customers natin, sabi nga, we have the, customer is always right. Di ba? Lagi yun eh. Huwag natin kakalimutan. And for us, ito daw. So we have our quotation. So we all want to feel heard and understood. Totoo naman yan, right? So lagay mo yung, kumbaga, yung paa mo sa sapatos ng iba. For instance, you are keeping on speaking tapos no one is listening. Di ba? Ano mararamdaman mo? Ang sakit. Ayan. So, we all want to feel heard and understood. Kaya, matuto tayong makinig. So, let us listen. Let us learn how to listen. Kahit na sa sa pakikipagkapwa natin everyday, pati sa trabaho, sa mga magulang, etc., listening is very important. Ayan. So, did you listen?
Ayan, malalaman natin kung nakinig talaga sila if they will be able to tell us ano yung limang skills na kailangan nating develop for us to be able to listen well.
Yeah. Ano ba yung mga yon? Sasagot yata si Tutor Ruth. Tutor Ruth. Okay, guys. So, it's time already. So, 2:22. So, yan. Ano ba yung mga yan? So, the number 1, of course, pay attention. Next, show that you're listening. Number 3, you provide feedback for deferred judgment. And last, of course, respond appropriately. Napakahusay. Pay attention. Okay? Ayan. And we're done.
Yeah, that's it. No, I'll take the chance. No, while Tutor Teresa is still silent right now, I'll take the chance to say thank you so much, Shuris, for being with us in this entire episode. So,
yeah. So makita ka tayo ulit next Friday. So tatandaan lamang so kailangan nating matuto every day. So lagi kayong makinig sa amin, so baybayan. Please follow us every Friday from 1:42 to 2:20 sa ating contact center services. A lot of marami pa tayong mga pag-uusapan na kakailanganin sa inyong trabaho. If you really want to work in a call center, always follow our session every Friday. I am Tutor Rodman.
and I'm Tutor T.
Yeah, thank you and God bless us all. Bye-bye.
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag ETUlay LevelUp. Huwag aalis dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!